featuring Joe C.
I'm having nightmares right now.
Matt Hayes.
Big asses, big thighs, yeah.
And Leon Searcy.
Big Bath to be on. Nothing says football like scented soap.
How you like me now? How you like me now?
Welcome to XL Primetime. You have got big men, well, actually linebackers on the field today. You got work at the combine. It'll go all the way through the weekend. And with this new regime up there, including the youngster, James Gladstone, and the newbie in Liam Cohen with his first head coaching job, and all the other first-timers, they're all up there looking at what your future is for your Jacksonville Jaguars. And to that I say, it should get you a little fired up for what is next. It may end up being Suckville just like it has been. But I'm
That
right
was
now.
quick. You literally went from way up here to Amanda being Suckville in like 10 seconds.
But for right now, I am believing and thinking that there is going to be a major turnaround. This team needs a little more luck. And I will start off with the very sad news of Gene Hackman passing away when we learned that bit of news earlier today. Found in his New Mexico home with his wife and his dog, and at 95 years of age, he passed. He was a buddy of Jack Del Rio from his days in Southern Cal, and Gene Hackman would occasionally come to Duval and take in a Jaguar game. And he was spotted multiple times on the First Coast. And by the way, if you guys had any of that brush with fame or whatever, 641-1010, you can hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. We would love to hear it. But he had been in town a handful of times when Jack Del Rio was the head coach. And then I also read this on Wikipedia. I'm just going to have to trust it as truth. But it says in the late 1970s, Gene Hackman competed in the SCCA, which is the Sports Car Club of America races, driving the open-wheeled Formula Ford in 1983. He drove a Dan Gurney team Toyota in the 24 Hours of Daytona endurance race, which is today's, Rolex 24.
Got a little street cred, huh?
So that's two things on the First Coast, if you want to just lump Daytona Beach into the First Coast, that Gene Hackman had.
That's a big lump, by the way.
It is, but so what? If we go from Fernandina to Daytona, I count that as that's my world.
Goalie on Miami at that point.
Yeah, but that's my world. From Fernandina to Daytona.
True.
Yeah. So in the First Coast, technically,
what's the best Gene Hackman movie, by the way? Unforgiven.
Well, I'm just walking in right now, and
he was great in The Birdcage. He was great in The Birdcage.
All right, my two favorite. There's so many good ones.
So many.
Though. Okay, but Uncommon Valor,
good.
I loved.
Yeah, very good.
Him and Tex Cobb and all of them. But my favorite is Get Shorty. And so that's where Chili Palmer comes from. He was
the comedy. You like the comedy?
Oh, it was just the best. It was just the best.
The Tannenbaum's another great comedy.
I'm trying to remember him in Get Shorty. Get Shorty was a great movie.
Oh, it was such a good movie. But and you can go and pick out a few of the characters. He was just one of them. But Get Shorty definitely was excellent movie that I love and refer to. But No Way Out, Hunt for Red October. Anyway, there's been so many that have been listed.
The great one that's very underrated is Enemy of the State.
Okay, I remember that.
He and Will Smith.
Yeah, but Hunt for Red,
that's a real good one.
Hunt for Red October was a classic.
Very good. Yeah.
Very good.
French Connection.
French Connection, of course.
Best chase scene in maybe all of movies.
The Sting on X is a good follow because he'll put a lot of things together. He's an editor.
Right.
He did a great little piece, which we'll probably end our show next couple of days with some Gene Hackman drops, and maybe JJ will float him in there coming back from break and whatnot. But Hoosiers, of course.
Bridge Too Far.
Yeah.
Poseidon Adventure.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, yeah.
He
was the preacher in the Poseidon Adventure.
Okay. Well, he wasn't in Crimson Tide, was he?
No, it was Hunt for Red October.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Have you ever seen The Quick and the Dead?
Yes.
With
Good
Leo?
movie.
Isn't Leo in it?
Yeah.
It's
Yes,
like you never hear about it anymore.
No, I
but
have
it
to
used to be on
remind-
cable like all the
He was in a
time.
lot. He's in Wyatt Earp, too.
Yeah, I gotta remind myself of that one.
It's like a Western, but it's about like, what do you call it? Duelers.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's all I got. That's all I remember from
That
it.
pretty much sums it up, yeah.
But like I always tell you guys, you give me a movie once a week, I can come back and watch it the next week like I never saw it.
Yes.
But
Oh, The Replacements I saw online. Okay, so he was the coach in The Replacements. You remember that one?
Yes.
Where the NFL goes on strike.
He was in Crimson
That was with
Tide, not
Keanu.
Hunt for Red
Yeah.
October.
That's what I was
Crimson
thinking.
Tide.
That's what I was thinking. He was in Crimson Tide.
Hunt for Red October was
Oh, Sean Connery.
Yeah, because I was thinking Denzel, and I'm like, who's that character across from
Different
that?
submarines.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Different
guys.
submarines, same movies, great movies.
Yeah, I was thinking
Both of them,
Crimson
right?
Yeah, thank you,
movies.
guys. Because it's that scene with
movies.
Denzel. I was mixing those up.
Submarine movies are scary, man.
They're awesome.
U-571, I think, that's my worst fear ever. Is just dying
I would not
in
wanna
a
go that way.
submarine.
Also,
Oh
Young
my
Frankenstein,
God.
by the way.
Yeah, Young Frankenstein's another good one that was texted. So you guys just keep it coming. Just have fun with us today in memory of. It's definitely sad news, but the 95-year-old man.
Full life.
Yeah, full life.
Not so
There's no-
sure I like the way it went out, but
Yeah.
full life.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. If you go to bed and you don't wake up, I don't know that that's a terrible
As a
thing.
95-year-old, I'm pretty good with that.
Yeah.
So you think he went to bed and that was it? It was over?
I don't
It's
know.
just odd how he went to bed and his wife went to bed and it was over for her, too.
Yeah.
Carbon monoxide,
And the
maybe?
dog.
I don't know.
Yeah. I have no idea what it was.
Smoke
but-
inhalation.
Yeah.
They said no foul play. I couldn't imagine what it
Okay.
could possibly be.
Yeah. And
We were
generally-
talking about this before the show. Matt and his conspiracies. He's an absolute lunatic. This man is a lunatic.
he never
No one
wants
really,
it.
the listeners don't really even know how crazy Matt is.
Yeah, come on. He never wants it to just be normal. Okay?
Yeah.
It can't be.
I just don't understand what the authorities would get out of saying that it's no foul play involved if there was.
Well, just for what it's
Really?
worth.
What do you think the authorities got out of it?
That
Just
is
one
kinda
shooter.
fishy. That is
Just one
kinda
shooter in
fishy, bro.
JFK. What do you think they got out of that?
well,
I'm saying-
that's JF. That's because the CIA allegedly killed him. Not,
I gotta say
They're
this.
still,
Do you
they're
think
still
the-
working on that one.
Yeah. Do you think the authorities had something to do with the death of a 95-year-old?
What about the 51 authorities? Forget it. I'm not going
They're
down
still
that road.
working on that one from 1963.
He died, the
people.
wife and the dog, all at the same time.
Yeah.
See, bro?
German Shepherd. And hey, it
My
could've
whole
been-
point is, if you want to go out, fine. Don't take the dog with you.
Oh my God.
So you don't even care about the wife. You just care about the dog.
I care about the dog. Yeah.
Well, it's just it says a lot.
Leave the
okay?
money in the trust for the dog.
Yeah. It says a lot. And heck, the German Shepherd may have looked at him and said, I'm in.
Maybe.
He may have.
Or he may have just said, bro, what are you doing?
But I do like that they originally say no foul play. And do you remember the Alec Baldwin shooting with on the scene?
Right.
They said no
Yeah.
foul play. And then
Next
months
thing you
and
know, guess
months
what? Foul play.
and a trial later. So I'm just going to reserve judgment on that
Well,
one.
they did. So we're getting a lot of texts. They said there is no evidence of carbon monoxide either.
Yeah.
So it
Interesting.
changed from no foul play to suspicious. There was no gas leak, and there were 2 living dogs there, and the door was unlocked. Okay, so if they're backtracking, maybe there was a robbery or
I think
something
somebody
like
owes
that.
me an apology is what I think,
No,
actually.
you didn't say
no, that's
robbery.
not
You said
happening.
a suicide death pact.
I didn't, well,
Which is
first off,
insane.
I didn't say that word, okay? All I
No,
said was if you're
but
going to go
you
out,
insinuated.
don't take
went-
the dog with you.
He went James Garner in the Notebook on us, is what he did.
Is that what happens in the Notebook?
Yeah.
Oh
Well, they
my
just
goodness.
decided.
Why would you ruin it for him and his woman, man?
I'll
Why would
never
you do
watch that movie.
Yeah. Hey, spoiler alert.
It's like 20 years old.
Yeah. But like, I just think of the Irish toast, okay? Here's to a long life and a merry one, a quick death and an easy one. That's really what I'm rooting for.
Yes,
for
I
myself.
agree. I just think it's hilarious that Jay just jumps on me in the pre-meeting about, why would you think that? And now he's like, well, they did say it's suspicious. So I guess, I guess if more comes out, we may have to look at this differently.
That's only because every investigation needs to take place over X with just a handful of minutes.
Right, JJ.
Okay.
The first response is never right.
Yeah.
Okay, but I would say maybe if there was foul play, it would most likely be a break-in robbery type situation.
Exactly.
Well,
as opposed to the
well,
other.
their bodies weren't beaten. They weren't shot, right? That's what it says.
Well, now you're going on the first reports again.
Yeah.
So you're really.
I would like.
Maybe
to
we
finish
should
this
give it
toast,
24
though.
hours.
No carbon monoxide, no foul play. I put air quotes
No
around foul
gas
play, by the
leak.
way.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because if you're selfish enough to take your dog out with you, that's foul play, okay?
I'm just thinking, any of you all out there, change your batteries when it comes to that, whatever that gaseous thing that could come
No,
into
Joe,
your
they
house.
said,
I know
they
that.
said
There's
no
a,
carbon
there's
dioxide.
a whole different one, though. You know, the carbon dioxide, and then you got one other one, too. So just be careful. All right. The rest of the Irish toast is a pretty girl and an honest one, a cold beer, and another one.
Yes.
I'm all for that.
Yes,
okay?
hell yes, I agree.
I'm all for that. But in memory of Gene Hackman,
Yes,
please
raise it
just
up.
give us some of those memories. Matter of fact, AI Al, and he's not artificial intelligence. He is Amelia Island, okay?
All right.
AI Al, who I dearly love from the Salty. He says he stayed at the Amelia Island plantation when he worked there, stayed there during the Super Bowl, and departed the Tuesday after the game. Bumped into him, talked about 10 minutes. Obviously, I knew who he was, but we just talked about Amelia Island, Fernandina Beach, a total down-to-earth guy. I like that. Thank you, Al. We appreciate that.
Right, in the story, in the NBC News story, quote, appears to have died days ago.
Okay.
Well, yeah, if you're going to discover somebody in a New Mexico home when they're 95, chances are they haven't been checked on a bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
So what you're trying to tell me is one of them died, the other one said I can't live without you.
I don't
I'm taking
know.
a dog with me.
I have no idea.
Someone said it could have been food poisoning.
Yeah, there's another
But like
good one.
the dog, was the dog eating what you guys
leftovers.
were eating?
Leftovers.
Well, yeah, if the dog sees you guys, fall out and there's still food on the table, he's getting up there.
Speaking of foul play, Chevy Chase and Goldie Hawn was texted in. That's another good one.
Great movie.
Yeah. If you're just looking for comic relief. But food poisoning's been mentioned. That's for sure. All right.
We'll get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, we are a sports show, but we do love
Hang on, his wife's
life.
Hang on. His wife's body, this is NBC News. Wife's body was, according to the report, according to the police report, found on the floor of a bathroom. A space heater was near her head and a bottle of prescription pills was located on the counter.
Matt was Matt right about this?
Well, no.
Anytime you want to say you're sorry, JJ, go ahead.
But that still doesn't mean foul play.
Maybe she could have poisoned. Maybe she could have killed him.
Yeah. Now
I don't even know, man.
We could be going down a Robert Blake road that we can never come back
from.
Oh,
what a crazy documentary that was.
One was.
The pills were, quote, scattered on the countertop.
Yeah. So I guess foul play is when someone else comes in.
Right.
Or she does try and off him.
Right.
And then she's offing herself. All right.
Go ahead, JJ. You can say it.
I'm sorry, Matt.
You're welcome.
I want to remember Gene Hackman. Okay, that's really what I want.
Who says you're welcome after an apology?
Yeah, I don't need to solve this crime just yet.
Thank you.
I just want to remember Gene. Okay. Uncommon valor. This parting was well made. Okay. So
I agree.
Yeah. So let's just leave it at that for right now. You guys bring us some Hoosiers. Bring us any of the other ones. Unforgiven. So many good ones.
He was terrific in Hoosiers.
And Young Frankenstein was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 641-1010. Let's inch on up to Indy. Let's talk a little bit about this combine and some of the things that are going on up there. There's at least a little chatter about where certain players are at the top of the draft and whether there's going to be any movement when it comes to the quarterback. So let's at least talk about that just a little bit. But more than anything else, when we come back, we will tell you about a dust-up. Okay, we don't know what happened in New Mexico, but we are pretty sure something happened. A dust-up that is of Ron Burgundy type level in Indianapolis that we have got to get into. Okay, because I'm going to try and picture who would win this battle, but it was a Ron Burgundy showdown up in Indianapolis. We will do that coming up on XL Primetime.
1010XL takes you inside the program director's office with Dan and Jeff.
Comedy, sir.
Comedy?
The Drill.
This is not comedy.
Mornings
Comedy is fun. It's antics, hysterical type things.
on 1010XL.
Don't miss the Players' Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scotty Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Mia here. You want to know what I'm so over? Resolutions. You want to know what I am into? The revolution, hitting the road in a new Toyota from Arlington Toyota. So what do you say? Join the Arlington Toyota Revolution and save big with financing as low as 0% on select new models. Or get up to $8,500 off select new Toyotas. Plus, every new Toyota purchase from Arlington Toyota comes with Arlington's lifetime warranty and 60-day exchange. Shop in person on Atlantic Boulevard, just a quarter mile east of 295, or at arlingtontoyota.com. Visit arlingtontoyota.com/0% for full details.
Get a healthy start in 2025. The Florida Department of Health in Duval County is here to encourage you to get healthy and stay healthy this year. They have a dedicated team who are committed to providing quality care. The goal is to protect, promote, and improve the health of you and your family. Visit duval.floridahealth.gov to learn more about their health programs and services. That's duval.floridahealth.gov.
The Jacksonville Icemen are back at home this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday against the Savannah Ghost Pirates and Greenville Swamp Rabbits at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena for Military Appreciation Weekend. Presented by CSX and the Nimnick family of dealerships. Join as we honor our military with special jerseys and pregame festivities. Friday and Saturday's game time 7, Sunday at 3. You and your family can take a shot on goal on the ice after the game. Tickets at Ticketmaster, JacksIceman.com, or call 602-PUCK. Iceman Hockey is hashtag Frozen Frenzy.
We don't have too many cold nights on the First Coast, but when the temperature drops, you want to hit the heat button and warm up. That's where Florida Home comes in. They're the AC experts in Jacksonville, and the importance of keeping your heating system in good working order is really important. If it stops working when it gets cooler, Florida Home will leap into action and provide you with the best solution. Heater and heat pump repair service and new system installation. They do it all. Just call Florida Home AC at 777-4300, the official heating and AC partner of the Jaguars.
Find out why soccer is the most popular game in the world and spreading fast on the First Coast.
On the Sporty Jack Soccer Hour.
Join Cole Pepper, Mauricio Ruiz, and Becky Burley as they discuss the latest in the world of soccer.
Tuesday nights at 6
on 1010 a.m.
Everyone seems to be in a time crunch these days. Well, don't forget you can always count on the cold case at Daly's. Always convenient, always cold. Whether it's the king of beers, Natty Light, Stella, or Cigar City, or Goose Island, or Bud Light Seltzer. Dash into Daly's and grab one to go.
Collisions happen on every play in football. Collisions also happen every day on the road. If you need auto body repair, from a $30 job to a $30,000 job, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Staying Alive, one night of the Bee Gees, comes to Jacksonville Center for the Performing Arts March 6th. A tribute like you've never seen before. Staying Alive features the songs and sights of a full Bee Gees playlist, performed live. Experience Night Fever, More Than a Woman, How Deep Is Your Love, and more live on stage. Staying Alive, one night of the Bee Gees, March 6th at Jacksonville Center for the Performing Arts. Tickets at FSCJArtistSeries.org.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Want to grow your hair back?
IHRS, right here in Jacksonville, is the only hair transplant clinic in the country that offers multi-unit hair grafting, FUE NeoGraft hair transplants, and the 45-minute effective PRP treatments.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
Thank you, IHRS.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Schedule a free evaluation and find out how to grow your hair back and keep the hair you have. Call 904-777-IHRS. Take the first step to restoring your hair today. Visit hairforme.com.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
IHRS has been restoring hair for men and women for over 30 years.
Call now for a free in-person or virtual evaluation. 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Or visit hair4me.com.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
The First Coast Games is an annual team-building challenge to introduce fun activities into the workplace and focus on your employees' health and wellness goals. These goals include some friendly competition, of course, including pickleball, cornhole, volleyball, flag football, and other team sports. The games will begin in March. Register your company and teams at fcymca.org.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Get out there. You got a stupid smile, you know that, pal? Can you see it? Huh? Go on. You smile when the bulldozer ran over the black kid's body? Get here! Get here! Did you smile when the bodies were covered over? Get here! Get here! Get up here! Come on! Get here! Did you smile that same stupid smile? Huh? Did you? You... They can smile.
This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Powerful scene, Mississippi burning, no question about it. And when you see some of the great roles that Gene Hackman played, it definitely takes you back in time. That's for sure. And like I said, Chili Palmer, one of my dear buddies, is straight out of Get Shorty, because I look at him and say he's got, just like Travolta, because Travolta wants you to think he has hair, but he has less hair and more freckles. But his role in that one, in Mississippi Burning and all the other ones, Chili texts in the Royal Tenenbaums, another one. Yeah. So
Royal Tenenbaums, he's hilarious in that.
Yeah.
So underrated.
So good call, Chili, in honor of me
Hilarious
naming you Chili Palmer. But keep it coming, because we got plenty of other ones, and we'll just try and play some of those sound bites just to take you back in time. Now, this is from Chris in Atlantic Beach. He said, parked Gene Hackman and Jack Del Rio's car at Ruth's Chris downtown during the Super Bowl. He reached down in his pocket, had like $20K in cash. He handed me a $500 tip. So that's pretty nice. Let's see here. There was a couple of other ones. One guy texted in and said, Gene was the man. Good friends with the Del Rios. He taught him tennis when he came to town. Nicest, humblest guy ever. He does finish off his text, unlike Kevin Spacey, who I also taught. That's cool, though. There's just so many good ones, though, when you think about
Kevin
it.
Spacey was just so good, though.
Yeah, he's just one of the weirdest.
He is, but he's just unbelievably talented.
Yeah, we want to talk about some of the great actors, that's for sure. And you start looking at the list of credits that Hackman has. Oh, man. Yeah, it's pretty good stuff. That's for sure. All right, 641-1010. You guys can keep it on that. On the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. If you want, you can jump in the YouTube chat. We definitely need to talk some Jaguar ball. We need to talk about what's going on up in Indianapolis, and we will definitely remember Gene Hackman with some of those drops throughout the show. But we could not help but laugh a little bit when we saw this story come up out of Indianapolis, because everybody's gathered up there. This is basically all the NFL sports media to not only comb over the prospects physically, mentally, do all their due diligence to figure out who's who and who should be drafted high and who's falling, all that stuff. But it's also a little bit of a convention that takes place where everybody gets together. Lo and behold, Leon, there was a Ron Burgundy type situation at a Starbucks up in Indianapolis.
You may not know Ron Burgundy.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Oh, yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
All right. I didn't know, because you didn't know old school.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, Ron Burgundy is an American treasure.
Did you like Anchorman better than Old School?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
While we're on movies, you thought Old School sucked, didn't you?
I did.
And
I'm questioning whether he actually saw it. No one can have that opinion.
I don't think I've ever talked to anyone who thinks it's
Well, you meet the first.
Wow.
Because I think it's okay if you don't like
that kind of hurts, man, honestly.
I'm sorry, bro.
Sometimes I think we build stuff up too much. I do think.
I think that's what happened.
Not that one.
Not Joe. Come on.
I liked Old School a lot, but I wouldn't say it's like.
Wouldn't you say it's funnier than Anchorman?
No, Anchorman's pretty good.
Oh, wow. Anchorman is like corny funny.
It's
like,
classic. It's
it was
American
predictable.
treasure.
It's a little bit different.
Well, I'm biased because I like Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
And I know he was in Old School, but he wasn't. He was more effective to me in Anchorman than he was in Old School.
Come on, JJ. I'm in a glass case of emotion. There's nothing better than that, man.
Maybe they kept the shtick going too long. They had like two more movies.
When Jack Black punched the dog, that's
did.
hilarious.
They killed us there.
And I'm a dog guy.
So now all of a sudden, yeah, punching dogs is funny to me.
So here's how it went down.
Punted him. He didn't punch him.
Yeah.
Up in Indianapolis, per multiple sources who witnessed the interaction, Jordan Schultz of Fox, who we have had on, and
Friend of the show.
Rappaport of
Right, friend
NFL
of the
Media, who we have had on, engaged in a verbal altercation yesterday afternoon at the Starbucks in the JW Marriott in Indy. Schultz, we're told, and this is according to NBC Sports, accosted Rappaport. The incident...
Verbally accosted, Joe.
Yeah, but it says accosted.
Oh, he walked up to him face to face.
Yeah, we don't want to say verbal. We need to ride this wave until verbally accosted. Sure, okay. The incident came to widespread light when PFT commentator posted a tweet on Wednesday night that referred to a serious big-time media confrontation between two NFL newsbreakers. So, Leon, can you just picture this? Okay, you've
here's
mentioned
the thing. The Starbucks undermines the confrontation first and foremost.
that is right.
All right, let's get that out. Exactly.
Right.
Getting a couple of lattes. Listen, if it was at a bar or a club, then I would give this thing a little bit more merit.
Yeah.
All right. So it's a cat fight, is what you're essentially telling me between the two.
Just know that I'm ultra soft.
Well, Jordan Schultz's dad used to be the CEO of Starbucks, so he probably has like a lifetime, a black card. You walk in, you just get whatever.
Yeah, he can get as much latte made for him as he wants. He can get a macchiato, boom, like that. It says the words were, "We need to talk," basically.
Schultz was telling that to Rap Sheet.
Yeah. And then Schultz made accusations about Rappaport, we're told, that the two men were essentially face-to-face.
Schultz reported a story. Rappaport then tweeted out, "That's not true. It was happenstance that they met."
If you have anything to say to me, and this is referring to Tom Brady and the idea that they might be milking the Matthew Stafford trade out of L.A. storyline. If you have anything to say to me, say it to my effing face, Schultz said.
This was locker room talk.
If this continues, we're going to have a problem. Yeah. There you go.
And before that, Rappaport said, "We don't have anything to talk about," and dismissed him.
Right, because why would Rappaport even
he's the one who
lowering
originally
himself.
dismissed it. Yeah.
He's literally lowering himself down. And Jordan Schultz, again, friend of the show, he's lowering himself to Jordan Schultz. He's ahead of Jordan
Okay,
Schultz.
but he could have just left it at that. Rappaport after the incident called NFL security on him.
No, that's
which
soft.
I didn't even know
I didn't
that was
know
a
that
thing.
part.
Yes.
Really?
Got to read the whole story.
And isn't Rap Sheet like a very?
Want you to do.
That's soft without a T.
Isn't he very short?
Yeah.
He is very short.
Okay, so maybe he was scared for his life. Who knows?
Yeah, he said it was regarded as a threat of physical violence.
That's what Rappaport said. The quote.
That's what he told a witness that NFL security was informed of the exchange because it was regarded as a threat of physical violence. Tell you what, this is high stakes reporting going on.
Yeah.
What's the vacation of journalism?
Right. Is
Rap didn't want that smoke.
He didn't.
Yeah. Is Shedeur Sanders falling? And if someone reports that, you got to be on top of it. And so that's
How many fights do you think you've almost gotten into on Radio Row in the last 30 years?
Not a lot,
but some. Correct.
Chill. Yeah, I get mad when someone's trying to poach somebody.
Right.
So that I understand.
You've definitely had words with people, correct?
Nah, I'm mellow.
I've seen you had words before. Don't tell me you don't, because I've seen it.
I'm trying to think. The only one, if you go way back in time, Mike Dempsey, when we were in, we were rival stations, unplugged something, and then maybe even tried to figure out a way to stop the elevator.
One of the funniest stories I've ever heard.
Yeah, and I don't remember all the details, but I'm pretty sure I won in the end. I was hopping mad about that one.
Right, but you're not calling security on him, are you?
No.
Right.
We just kind of. But
who even has the number for? What is the number for NFL security?
Of course.
711.
Of course.
Yeah. So,
calling security.
And I don't know how they would do all that, but they probably made a complaint inside the NFL area of that big Marriott.
How embarrassing for both parties.
Embarrassing for Florio too for tweeting that out the way he was verbally accosted.
Well, he got clicks and he was reporting the news.
Yeah. No. The first part of what you said, he got clicks. That's what it was all about.
The incident, I love this. Matt, you were just unbelievable. The incident first came to widespread light when PFT commenter.
Yeah, not actually Florio.
Yeah.
PFT commenter is a Barstool employee.
Yeah.
Widespread light.
Yeah, posted a tweet on Wednesday night.
That's what
that
we're
referred
talking.
to-
That's what we're calling social media sewer now. Widespread light.
But it catches fire. It goes viral.
Look, you're pulling out your phone going, look, it's viral.
So everyone's speculating on who it was. So he was just letting us know the truth.
Joe, I know it is. I know it's viral. It's like the squirrelness of social media. Squirrel.
When I saw it, I instantly thought Hayes Carline decked somebody at a Starbucks.
Which would have been phenomenal, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Because Hayes would do that.
Yeah.
If Hayes got enough, umph in him, he would definitely do that.
it just cracked me up. But I know people don't like Mike Florio. A lot of people in Duval definitely hammer him whenever he comes out with something negative. But he is one of those guys that is just going to, if he has a chance to get it out, he's going to get it out.
He's an agitator.
Yeah. And
He is.
all the stuff that you write, you like to agitate a little bit, right?
Right, but
Every once in a while?
he's like a guy who went to law school and he's not a journalist.
Oh my God.
He's just a guy who just writes stuff.
Oh my God. He started
He just writes stuff and makes millions.
Okay, that's great, JJ.
It's like the biggest NFL news. Website.
Okay, he started a website. Great.
Oh my
Congratulations.
Wow. There's an angry portion of Matt's
It's not angry. It's just like you guys give so much credence to these guys on social media.
We're
That's
not
all I'm
giving
saying.
credence to anyone.
I think you are,
We're
actually.
reading what he reported.
Yeah.
That's all.
Listen to what he reported.
Oh my God.
God, he talked about a cat fight, and it got 3 million clicks.
Because it's funny. It's
I don't even know what your point is. I just love the fact that two guys were having a dust.
I know you do. It's me and JJ.
Starbucks
more than me and you.
But remember, PFT commenter is the guy that's is where it goes viral. Florio just does the story on top of that because it's good NFL fodder. Florio's made millions off of what he's done. He's
right, and more power to him.
He's one of the amazing success stories, honestly.
American dream, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
We don't
wrote a
need
book,
the elite,
everything.
elite journalists like Matt bringing down a great entrepreneur.
No. He's the elite, not me.
Yeah. And I may not. I don't care whether he's a journalist or not. I just go to Pro Football Talk. I always have.
And if you read the article, he puts in there. These aren't direct quotes. This is what we're. So he does his quote due diligence.
Yeah, in the very beginning.
Wait, him saying this is what we're hearing is due diligence? Is that what you're saying?
I went to journalism school.
Come on, man. God.
In the very beginning, he was an aggregator. He was like the first aggregator that was out there.
He still is an aggregator.
No.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm not going to convince
That's
you.
how he built it. You're exactly
yeah.
right.
So
you're
the first
100% right.
So he would get up every morning and he would find all these stories, and he was the king of the blue word.
Yes.
And then he would always link it up. It's not like he would steal information and write around it. He would link it up. There it is. Take you right to where you need to go. Then he would obviously start to embed himself in stories and report on them, just like the other people. And he would chase down stories and then became more of an authority. I have huge respect for what he did, honestly. It's been, and then they came to him and said, hey, here's this number, slide across the table. It's like $25 million to buy. And he said, no, I'm good. They came back 2-3 years later, and it had an extra zero or maybe 3 extra zeros attached to it. Pretty good story.
Text line hates Florio as much as Matt, which I expected.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's XL Primetime.
The Players Championship is the biggest PGA Tour event you can win.
If you can't make it to the Players, let 1010XL bring the Players to you with Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard updates. Teed up by Renewal by Anderson, custom windows and doors.
The Deck Guys.
And Taco Lou.
Hey, John, have you heard about the incredible offers at Randy Marion Cadillac?
They've got rates as low as 3.9% for 36 and 48 months on the stunning 2024 Escalade.
That's right. Experience luxury like never before. Whether it's the exquisite interior or the advanced technology, every drive feels like a royal experience.
Visit Randy Marion Cadillac today on Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville.
And don't forget, Randy Marion is the king of price. Drive and indulge in luxury at Randy Marion Cadillac.
Plus tax tag title 999 admin fee with resist all and approved credit.
Do you have clicking, popping, swelling, or pain in your knee or shoulder? This can be due to arthritic changes in your joints. Over time, you have wear and tear of your cartilage. I am Dr. George Bari, and here at Bari Orthopedics, we have numerous ways to treat your arthritis, such as regenerative medicine, including PRP and joint replacements with CT guidance for accuracy down to the millimeter. If you are experiencing any of these symptoms, call us for an appointment today, or log on to BariOrthopedics.com.
Find out more at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too. From Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is more than just a legal process. It's a life-changing event that can impact your future, finances, and your relationship with your children. You've worked hard to build a life that you're proud of, and you deserve a legal partner who will work just as hard to protect it.
Offices in Jacksonville. Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's attorneys. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Rick Julius, licensed in Pennsylvania only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On February 27, 1959, Boston Celtics point guard Bob Cousy sets NBA record with 28 assists.
A customer with an older home and galvanized piping called saying they had poor water pressure. It smelled bad and was discolored. So we at Duck Duck Rooter sent a highly skilled manager to discuss options. How repiping the water lines would solve the issues. The result? Clean flowing water. Call for your free estimate. 904-862-6769. Visit DuckDuckRooter.com. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jags. Serving commercial and residential, fully insured and certified plumbing contractor.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods. Clayton, we have all seen Forever Mark diamond ads on television. Tell us about them.
Frank, Forever Mark diamonds are a group of diamonds that have been separated from diamond productions in South Africa, Botswana, Namibia, and Canada because they're beautiful, rare, and responsibly sourced. Also, because the sale of these diamonds benefits the communities they come from, they're selected to carry the Forever Mark icon. At Underwoods, we've sold South African and Namibian diamonds before, but Forever Mark's different because these diamonds are traced and individually cared for from the mine all the way to her finger. And less than 1% of all diamonds qualify to be Forever Mark. These diamonds also only sell through an authorized network of diamond cutters and retail stores that are carefully selected just like the diamonds. Underwoods is proud to be a part of that network, and we were one of the first 5 in the United States to join.
Underwoods, where customers are served with quality and respect. In San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Attention homeowners, Chelsea here. For a limited time, Renewal by Andersen is making it easy to upgrade your home during our free window month. When you buy 4 windows or patio doors, you'll get 1 free. Our exclusive Fibrex material delivers the perfect combination of energy efficiency, durability, and style. Perfect for your home makeover this season. But hurry, this offer won't last long. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation today. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window. Restrictions apply. See website for details. License number CGC 1527613.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is XL Primetime. Brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Big Search, you know the words to this?
I do, actually.
I do. I know you do. I know you do. That's old school.
They're old school.
I did love this song.
Any Bee Gees, man.
I was like not a huge until later, but I love this one as it was coming out.
What's your favorite Bee Gees song? What's your favorite Bee Gees song?
This one, I'm probably gonna. Saturday Night Fever was
This
great.
is it. This is my favorite. This one, I had JJ play this one coming up.
I think Nights on Broadway is my favorite.
That's a good one. Yeah. That's a good one. The reason we were playing this music is JJ's got a giveaway.
I do. A pair of tickets to see one night of the Bee Gees at Jacksonville Center for Performing Arts, March the 6th. So be caller number 4 right now, and I'll give you a pair of tickets to see one night of the Bee Gees.
641-1010. Give JJ a shout and get hooked up. One off the text line that also used that number to shoot it to us on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. It says, I saw Hackman talking to Jack and Luke Del Rio once at a UF spring practice when I went down with my nephew for a recruitment visit. So Hackman even went down there. And Luke, good, solid kid, grew up here, of course, while Jack was coaching, and then went down there, by way of Alabama? Did he go to Alabama first?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then ended up at Florida And good.
Oregon
good.
State, then Florida.
Yeah, good guy. And then after that?
Oregon State, then Florida, I think is what it was.
Oh, okay. So third
that's
stop
what
for
it was,
him.
yeah.
That sounds about right.
You know,
He was
Gene
way
Hackman
ahead of his time.
He was.
Yeah, he was the origin of the transfer
Gene
portal.
Hackman was not good. He was in bad shape. Like, I remember, like, as recently as, like, 6-9 months ago, TMZ did, like, some kind of picture profile gallery of him walking out of, like, a bodega in L.A.
Uh-huh.
You know, he was just getting, like, some orange juice or something. He looked bad, man. And everybody online was just, oh, look how bad he is. He's 95,
right,
man.
Exactly. Anyone who wants to, I love telling the story about the Ponce sisters because my grandmother, I love these names, Iva Marcella Ponce, and she was one of the original Ponces when you go back and you retrace the roots to the families of the Menorcans over the Isles of Majorca and Menorca off of Spain, and those were the indentured servants that came over and were the original settlers in St. Augustine. So we have the family ties with the Ponce clan. And so anyway, my grandmother, 92 years of age, she lived. And then the other two, Almarie and Gertrude, both lived to be 99.
The vodka drinkers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they would sip the amaretto. They sampled.
Right.
Even Aunt Al would look at me. She's like, I said, if I just put a little Jack in over a couple of rocks, you want anything else? She goes, no, I don't want anything else. That's just fine. Don't give me any Coke or anything like that. And so they were sippers. But so I can just picture them, 97, 98, 99. Anything they did was an accomplishment.
Right.
Yeah. And Aunt Al would get out with her walker and she'd be able to like cover half of a block or something like that.
He's like by himself, going into a little bodega, getting some orange juice and walking out.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, look how bad he looks. He's 95.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because his hair wasn't combed.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
That's what I'm talking about, the sewer of social media.
Well, that part
the whole squirrel thing.
Yeah, 100% agree with you. That's for sure. But any of those guys, like just the life that they lived, the things that they saw, the accomplishments they had, the circle they were in, it's really cool, especially when you can tie them back to here. That's for sure.
Hey, if I can get to 95, I'm going to be very happy, man.
Well, Coach Campo, he did text in, and he's also trying to solve the crime right now at his home as far as what happened.
He's like me. He's upset about the dog, too. Yeah. I guarantee he is.
He probably is, but he was thinking of the people as well. He said
secondary, Joe. Secondary.
He just threw suspicious activity in there as far as his early analysis of it. But we'll find out more as far as what's going on.
Detective Dave.
Yeah, exactly. He will be all over it. That's for sure. All right. So, what do you guys think about the idea? Like, let's just use Abdul Carter as an example. And this news breaks. This is what happens at the combine, that he has a broken bone in his foot and will require surgery and so on and so forth. And you're talking about a guy that is perceived to be easily one of the top 2, 3, maybe even the number 1 player in the draft. And he's been told not to have foot surgery. And so when you think about this, here's a guy that you're trying to stake your claim, Leon. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm sure your medicals were pretty much 100% at the combine, right? No injuries?
No, I didn't have any injuries. But they reference back to I had a hairline fracture in my thumb.
Okay.
So they did reference back to that and asked me, pulled and tugged and had me x-rayed again and everything like that to make sure it healed. Because I didn't need surgery for my hairline fracture.
Right.
I played with a cast until it healed on its own.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so they wanted to find anything they could find right then and there. And if they were going to knock you, ding you, or whatever, you drop on the draft board.
Yeah. Well, they're making an investment in you.
Yeah.
So they got to make sure that you on the up and up, not only physically, but mentally, and socially. They want to make sure you're not in any stuff, any allegations out there on you. Mm-hmm. Make sure, you clean cut. And no one's, listen, if you're a college kid, listen, I was a college kid with no money, and I know I got into stuff. So if you're a college kid with money, you're going to get into some stuff.
Yeah.
All right? You just want to make sure it doesn't surface.
Yeah.
So they're looking into all that because they're making $20, $30, $40 million investments in you. So they want to make sure that they're getting their right return on their investment.
Yeah, and he's a potential first overall pick. Mm-hmm. Stress reaction in his right foot and the possibility of surgery came up after tests revealed the injury. And then they went on, at least according to the reporting, and Drew Rosenhaus's agent, which you know very well, Leon, he's right on top of this bad boy. They did further scans on his foot. He's going to work out with his pro day at the end of March, which we're about basically a month away because it's the 28th, and says that he considers the stress reaction to be a non-factor. Now, that's Rosenhaus selling it.
I can already tell you who Drew's going to get on him to work on his foot. A guy named Dr. Uribe.
Yeah?
Really?
Dr. Uribe, he's from Miami, went to the University of Miami. Drew knows him well. All his clients, all Drew clients goes to Dr. Uribe for that, and he's a hell of a doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they can probably quickly look at the scans, analyze it, and figure out exactly what they're going to do.
Absolutely.
Whether they're going to do anything.
Trust me, he's already on this.
All right, so let's just at least play out the theory.
Mm-hmm.
Will this cause him, and I'm only bringing it up because Jacksonville's picking 5th, and we're looking at the possibilities of who could be there. What do you think will happen?
Well, I know what Drew was doing already. He's already contacted probably the top 5 teams, and he's letting them know, hey, listen, if you take this guy, he's going to be fine. We're already on it. We already decided what we're going to do with it. He's been getting treatment on it. So he's already contacted those guys because Abdullah is a potential top 5 pick.
Yeah, he could be the number one overall.
Number one overall. So I'm sure he's called the first 3, 4, 5 teams or whatever, and let them know that he's going to be at ease.
Every time I hear foot, I think Grant Hill. Every time. And I know it's unfair, okay?
Right.
But it's clearly, like, you're talking about the base of what you are as an athlete with your feet.
Yeah.
And if you've got a bone break problem,
I can
consistently not healing, which some are not.
Right. I was going to say
Travis Etienne was fine. He had that Liz Frank, and it was fine.
Well,
right?
I immediately think of 2 guys that came into Jacksonville. One had a Liz Frank and was gone for a year. The other one had a Jones fracture in Ventrell Miller and had no problem. Now, Ventrell had another injury after that, but the Jones fracture was not a problem. And so, I feel like there's 50 to 100 that all heal fine, and it's the ones that you think of that obviously cost someone a career.
The question is if he's there at 5, do you take that chance then?
Right. That's what Leon's talking about. We're talking not $1 million decision, tens of millions of dollars, or maybe even more than that when it's all said and done.
And also more pertinent to this franchise right now, a possible blown pick, which is the money's bad enough, obviously, but if you get nothing out of a pick,
it's disastrous.
Out of a top 5
So
pick,
if you are handicapping it right now, okay, this news just came out yesterday or overnight after the exams yesterday. Do you think he's still among the top 4 selected? Because that means one guy will still be available for Jacksonville.
I think the teams that are picking top 5 have to make the determination that if he does have the surgery, how long he's going to be down. And then if it's something that he won't miss training camp, it's a no-brainer. Well, if it weighs into the season, he may slip.
Yeah, I think a stress reaction is not bad at all.
No.
Honestly, I don't. Matt, is he in the top 5?
I don't know, man. And the only reason I say that is because they need somebody now.
I'm talking about anybody. Is he in the
yes,
top 5?
I think he'll probably go if he clearly has a stress fracture and that's it, and they say, okay, yeah, it can be done with A, B, and C, like Leon was saying. Yeah, 5 or 6, maybe 7. There will be teams that are same as the Jaguars who are like, look, we got to have a player. We got to have a guy that can get on the field day one and be an impact player.
But the way I'm positioning this is that I'm trying to put him on the board before Jacksonville picks. That's what I want to know, whether you think that will happen or not.
I don't know.
Because I do
it's a great
believe
question. I don't know.
Yeah, I do believe that still will happen because right now there is probably a little more overreaction because you hear injury, you hear, oh my gosh, got to have surgery all day. And whenever they say surgery, and Gio and I, I'm sure we'll cover this on Breaking Bones Sunday morning, but when that does come up, you're like, okay, like Leon said, timeline, how long before you can come back? You're going to be able to still have that burst, that explosion that you want. I don't know, but I still think someone's going to be looking.
No, I'll be interested. I'll be interested to know that did the NFL find out about this or did Penn State know about this? Because I'm sure the NFL reached out to Penn State and asked them, how long has he had this hairline fracture?
I can't imagine he played with a stress fracture in his foot.
We saw him in the playoffs.
Yeah, take a look because
and didn't he play in the playoff? In the playoff game?
Oh yeah, too. He looked good.
Yeah, he did play.
Maybe he hurt it working out.
Maybe he did. But I'm just wondering because the NFL they get all that information.
I mean, it's possible he did it in Penn State. Obviously, it is. He looked pretty darn good in the playoffs.
Yeah, he did.
And if he was playing with a stress fracture,
right?
Yeah, that's even more impressive. Now I remember he was on the sideline during the playoffs because of his shoulder.
Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this, Joe, is
who was it last year that they discovered that he had? I believe it was a Jones fracture, and then went back to his pro day, and we thought there's no way he's going to have.
It was
who? It was Alabama.
It was Kool-Aid McKinstry.
Yeah. McKinstry. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he went back and performed well.
Ran like a 4.4 or something. Right?
Nuts.
Right. So when you said you're trying to figure out whether he's going to still be there in the 4 places before the Jaguars.
Yeah.
See, I look at this as those 4 teams in the same situation as the Jaguars. They need somebody right now. Right now to play right now, unquestioned. They're going to play, and there's not going to be a problem. Now, is there a possibility that somebody trades into the top 5 to get him? Yes.
Well, they would still be thinking the same thing then. They need somebody right now.
Unless it's like somebody with a lot of draft capital that's sitting at like 22 or 24
and
or something like that.
Since we just said that we saw him play his rear end off not that long ago.
Yeah.
Whoever's drafted him is expecting him to be fully healed and ready to go. And I still believe someone's going to take him in the top 4 picks. We'll just see how this trail of information goes over the next handful of weeks leading up to that first night of the draft. But
what's the rules on getting medical information? Like, can you get medical information on a player all the way up to the draft?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I'm surprised. I mean,
so then he'll be giving updates to everybody all the way up to like.
Oh yeah. Drew Rosenhaus will not stop.
What I was trying to figure out is was this discovery by the NFL or was this information they got from Penn State?
This is straight from the doctors up in Indianapolis
at the combine. Yeah,
like Gio explained yesterday.
Yeah,
all the team's doctors show up. So every NFL team has a team of doctors or a doctor that will come there, and then they all, since they're trying to look at so many prospects, they will share information. This is the one time where they will share medicals as far as what they see back and forth.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know, and
because the only reason why I'm saying that because I know that the NFL usually goes to Penn State or whatever school and say, hey, listen, give me all the most recent medical stuff. So I mean, so there's no surprises.
Yeah. So this was test revealed the injury Wednesday.
Yeah. So he must have did this after
maybe
season,
or he could have done it during the playoff. And then you know what they'll say? They're playing a lot of games. Let's get to that in here real quick before we hit the top of the hour.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC, the official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
So Mary Kay Cabot, who covers the Browns for Cleveland.com, she does a great job. So Myles Garrett does not want to renegotiate a contract extension with the Browns. His agent says they have slammed the door shut on any discussions. He wants out.
Yeah, and he's going to force his hand for as long as he can. And I can't remember.
That's arguably the best defensive end in the league.
Oh, yeah. He was Defensive Player of the Year, not last year, but the year before, and has also been saddled with a few injuries, but we're talking to a dominant dude coming off the edge. And Cleveland's got to figure out what they're going to do. Let's at least carry that into the next hour, because if Myles Garrett wants out and gets out, and Abdul Carter is 100% healthy, that's a team that would be looking at him.
Yeah.
If Tennessee passes on him, Cleveland also needs a quarterback. So these things are at least going to present tough choices for these teams at the top, that's for sure. All right, it's XL Primetime. We'll roll into the 3 o'clock hour. Thanks for hanging out with us. Big Leon Searcy, Matty Hayes, Joe C., and JJ. If you miss any of our show, all you got to do is punch in YouTube, search XL Primetime. Just go back and watch the show.
Living life on the edge of your seat.
Are you kidding me?
Your front row seat for play-by-play.
Break it free, they're not going to catch you.
1010XL.
Don't miss the Players' Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scotty Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
If you suffer from constant burning, tingling, or numbness in your hands or feet, it could be a serious condition called neuropathy. I'm Dr. Nathan Riddle, DC with Riddle Wellness in Ponte Vedra. Neuropathy is treatable, and we have seen great results by using state-of-the-art, non-invasive therapies to target damaged nerves, reduce symptoms, and improve nerve function. Call 904-395-5598 to schedule your free consultation today and learn how you can live pain-free. Call 904-395-5598.
This is Daytona, the awe-inspiring spectacle of Supercross, and the most challenging course to witness the air-catching, adrenaline-pumping, heart-pounding action unlike any other race in Florida. Daytona Supercross. The biggest names battle it out under the lights at the World Center of Racing. Don't miss it. The gate drops Saturday, March 1st. Secure your tickets and trackside access today at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Staying Alive, One Night of the Bee Gees comes to the Jacksonville Center for Performing Arts Thursday, March 6th as part of the FSCJ Artist Series. For a chance to win tickets, text PLAYLIST to the text line covered by Lifetime Flooring at 641-1010.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Here's good advice from your friends here at 1010XL. High Flying Jacko here. And the next time you need to send a gift for a birthday, anniversary, wedding, or just for the fun of it, call on the experts at Kuhn Flowers. For over 75 years, Kuhn Flowers does it right.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Multi-unit hair grafting is now available at IHRS and can give you 3 times more hair in one procedure over a traditional hair transplant.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
You can grow your hair back with this exclusive new procedure. Call for a free evaluation. Call IHRS 904-777-IHRS 777-IHRS 777-4477.
Hi, I'm Emily. Thank you to the players for supporting Clark Schools for Hearing and Speech.
Clark helps kids like my daughter Emily who are deaf or hard of hearing learn how to listen and talk.
12 more days until the players.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Staying Alive, One Night of the Bee Gees comes to Jacksonville Center for the Performing Arts March 6th. A tribute like you've never seen before. Staying Alive features the songs and sights of a full Bee Gees playlist performed live. Experience Night Fever, More Than a Woman, How Deep Is Your Love, and more live on stage. Staying Alive, One Night of the Bee Gees March 6th at Jacksonville Center for the Performing Arts. Tickets at FSCJArtistSeries.org. Bueller.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, buddy, you look worried.
Worried? I'm apoplectic!
You're apo what now?
I'm freaking out, Jason. Stupid water heater crapped out, so I haven't showered since Thursday. I start smelling a little funky, blow my big corporate job interview tomorrow. I'll end up settling for some dead-end career selling spatulas on the internet.
Dude, stay cool.
There's nothing cool about a cold shower, Jason. I mean, I know how that sounds, but...
Bueller Air and Plumbing can get a new water heater installed today. The day you call. You could be smelling fresh again by dinner time.
Wait, you can do that?
Put on these sunglasses. Whoa. Is that cooler?
Oh, yeah.
Well, life moves pretty fast. If you spend much more time smelling like this, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Need a fast casual option that's healthy, fresh, and delicious? Choose the Great Greek Mediterranean Grill. Gyros, salads, hummus, and more made completely fresh right as you order. Off 210 in St. John's Parkway. The Great Greek Mediterranean Grill.
I'm Max Fink here with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. The PGA Tour season is beginning to heat up as we're 2 weeks away from the Players' Championship right here in Ponte Vedra Beach and about a month away from the Masters, which kicks off major season in early April. In the opening round of this weekend's Cognizant Classic at PGA National down in Palm Beach Gardens this morning, rising star Jake Knapp shot a 12 under 59, the 15th sub-60 round in tour history. Knapp started the morning off with 5 straight birdies, including draining a 60-footer on the par 4 second. Knapp then birdied 9, 10, and 11, and then 13, 14, and a 31-footer for another one on 15. Sitting at 11 under going into 18, Knapp missed an eagle putt to tie Jim Furyk's record round of 58, but birdied to achieve golf's magic number, 59, along with the course record. It's 77 degrees at 2:59. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Where are you going? In the game. Sit down. What do you mean? You gotta have 5 out there. Sit down. Sit. Coach, need one more. My team's on the floor.
This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Old Norman Dale said, my team's on the floor. And then you see the reaction in the stands and something else. Hoosiers, one of the great ones, that's for sure. Most might say best sports movie of all time.
Right underneath North Dallas 40.
I just see, as much as I love North Dallas 40, I'm not going to put North Dallas 40 ahead of Hoosiers.
By the way, real quick, when do you think his last movie was? Last movie Gene Hackman made?
15, 18 years ago?
Close.
Yeah?
2004.
2004? Okay.
He's been out for a while.
So 2 decades. Yeah, like I said, he chose to step away.
Yeah.
And I saw this one bit with Johnny Carson. X is
Welcome to Mooseport, last movie.
Yeah, even though we call
last prior to that, Runaway Jury. Great movie.
Yeah, that was a good one. But even though we call X the sewer of social quite often, there's so many good things that come out when these types of moments take place.
Oh, I don't doubt that at all. Yeah.
And there was a scene with him and Johnny Carson, and they were talking about Poseidon Adventure making another one. And he started laying it out. And then the helicopter was going to come pick them all up, and they were going to come back. And they went to land. He gets out, and he says, "Have you seen my brother?" And it just kind of just completely killed the idea that you can't do another one,
right,
you know?
Right.
And so, but just seeing Johnny was another guy that when he decided to leave the spotlight, he left the spotlight.
Right.
And so Hackman, give him credit because he still enjoyed life, like coming to Duval when Jack Del Rio was coaching here, but he just chilled, which is pretty good. Something to be said for that. But Gene Hackman, at the age of 95, sadly discovered, along with his wife and German Shepherd in their home, all dead.
Apparently 2 dogs were not dead, by the way.
Yeah, late last night or early today.
And now they're saying
days ago.
the body
I'm talking about when they discovered it.
Yeah.
Been mummified.
What? What?
No, let me get the exact wording. But yeah, it's been there for a while.
That means, no one had been checking on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't a mummy.
Yeah. And look, if you, right now, you're going to get some there's going to be some CSI action, coming in there trying to check out how long, when, how, all that type of stuff.
Which, by the way, if we're talking greatest sports movies of all time, I just got to throw Rudy out there.
Rudy was great. And
Leon refuses to acknowledge it.
I've never
which
seen
I
it.
love that about you. You've never seen it. I love that.
You refuse to watch it.
That's right. Anything that glorifies Notre Dame, I refuse to watch it.
You're a man of your.
I am.
You stand on principle.
Man of principle. That's right.
They're your biggest rival, are they not?
Absolutely. Huh? When I was playing, absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's just so many
The hate is
good
real.
sports
It is
movies.
real.
Is Happy Gilmore and Caddyshack in the sports
that's
movie?
got to be Happy.
Yeah.
That's
Category?
one of my
Very
all-time
good.
favorites.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're awesome.
Shooter McGavin's pretty good too.
And Longest Yard was great. And you
Longest
can go
Yard. The original.
Both.
Yeah, they were really good. I love the
both were
second
good,
one
but
too.
the original was really good.
Yeah, the original was
The best line in was it Happy Gilmore? The Price is Wrong.
B?
Price is Wrong, Bob.
B. Oh, love it.
It's so good. But listen, there's just so many of them. But
have they made a good one in a long, long time, though?
No.
I mean,
Have
when's
they
the
made
last
anything?
great sport? Yeah, true. When's the last good movie?
Once
They're
Upon a
all
Time
on
in
Netflix
Hollywood
now.
was like one of my more recent ones.
Okay, that's probably like 5 years old at this point.
Yeah, and there just haven't been enough good ones that have come out.
And that really wasn't a good movie. It was a great last 15 minutes.
I love that movie.
Still love the first 2 hours were good.
Yeah.
The last 15
Brad
minutes
Pitt's
were
character
phenomenal.
when he punks Bruce Lee,
Phenomenal.
like that
I agree.
whole
I
thing
agree.
was
I'm not
great.
buying that one.
I
Go
agree.
ahead.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah,
buying
Leon
it.
also
Not
will
buying
stick
it.
up for Bruce Lee no
Yes,
matter
right,
what.
Exactly. Kick Bruce Lee to a car. Okay, all right.
That ain't happening.
That ain't happening.
Yeah. All right. 641-1010. You guys can keep coming with some of the memories, thoughts, whatever it might be, of Gene Hackman at the age of 95. And the scene from Hoosiers, definitely one of the more memorable ones. And we'll probably close out our show the next couple of days with that. We've been talking about the Combine more than anything else. It definitely has dominated the discussion. We mentioned the idea if Abdul Carter is...
I think it's on the Combine.
Yeah.
It's on at 3.
Oh, it's coming on at 3.
Yeah,
and they
it's
have linebackers on the field today. I'm not sure who else they...
Linebackers and D tackles.
D tackles. Okay. So they're talking about this being one of the deeper defensive line, and in particular defensive tackle class, interior defensive line. And that bodes well for Jacksonville if they're going to go, depending on what direction they go. If they go Mason Graham early, then look, I'm all for it. I think he's certainly got the potential to come in and be a day one contributor, starter, you could say, right next to Eric Armstead.
Yeah.
Because they don't have a dude right now that can do it. But
Don't
I'm
have
looking
a disruptor.
No, I'm looking at Kenneth Grant also, who played alongside him, and he's a big human being.
He is.
Now,
there's about 8 guys that could be day one starters right now, honestly, in the D-line.
Yeah.
In the draft.
I was just saying, it's a very, very deep class, which bodes well
Mason
for
Graham,
Jacksonville.
Walter Nolan is a beast.
Yeah.
You got Grant you were talking about. You got Derek Harmer from Oregon. You got Tyleek Williams from Ohio State. TJ Sanders from South Carolina was almost unblockable at times.
That front for South Carolina, they were hungry, those Gamecocks.
Alfred Collins at Texas is a big 320-pound dude. You're not going to push him around. And then Deion Walker, the kid from Kentucky who started out at Ohio State, went to Kentucky.
Yeah.
He's like 340.
See, I want
6'6".
Let's just take Kenneth Grant as an example because he is about that. Okay,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
about. I think they listed
He's
him at 339.
He's 6'3", 342.
Okay, 342, and he had 32 tackles, 6.5 for loss, 3 sacks, 5 pass breakups. But when you see him, he looks largely athletic for a
And he's
large
almost 350 pounds.
Yeah, for a large human being.
Well, is he as athletic as Jordan Davis when he was at Georgia?
I'm going to put him right there.
I don't know that anyone at that size was as athletic as Jordan Davis at that size.
Because Jordan Davis went 4.68.
Right, because I'm going to put him right there
340.
close to him, but I'm not going to say he's that.
Yeah, well.
But here's the other part of this, Leon. And you guys let us know whether you agree on YouTube or on the text line. Jordan Davis did not become Jordan Davis again until Jalen Carter showed up.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, absolutely.
No doubt.
And so Jalen made Jordan again. And for that matter, may have made Nolan Smith again because that one individual. So you asked the question, and this is where we got to go all the way up until the draft trying to figure this out. Can they get Kenneth Grant later? Does he play the nose? Or do they have to have Mason Graham to play the 3? And this is where we get all technical because they need that strong athletic cat at that 3 spot.
Why not get them both?
But where does Eric Armstead, if he wants to play inside, fit into all this?
Yeah, he can fit in the rotation.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
He plays right next to him.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Which of these guys is the 3 and the 1? Which one's on the nose? Which one's?
Well,
if you're playing the 4-3, you don't already have a 1, right?
Huh?
You don't really have a 1 if you're playing a 4-3.
Well, Big Baby and John Henn did.
Yeah, you have a 1 and a 3.
Oh yeah,
You got a guy right on top of the center.
Well, he's just shading.
In the shade.
In the shade. Yeah, he's
but
in the
one's
shade.
on the guard, and one's on the
right. But I mean, I guess what I'm saying is, in an out front, you need a big 350-pound dude.
Yeah, well, Kenneth Graham is that guy.
Yeah.
I will if I had both of them, I have Mason Graham. I'd put Kenneth Graham at the 1 and put Mason Graham at the 3.
Okay, see, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. So now I'm saying to myself, first off, Eric Armstead's been around a while. We shouldn't be planning on a long-term future with this guy. If he comes back and gives them a good year this year, that's going to be good news. Okay, but he's the 3.
Yeah, he's a 3. He don't want that smoke in the middle.
Yeah. And so if they
smoke at the 3 either.
But let's just play the game. Let's play the game. If they do get Mason Graham, now you're doing a rotation between those two at the 3, I guess.
Yeah,
is my point.
yeah, there will be rotation because you'll still have Devon Hamilton. He'll still be the nose, and then those two will rotate at the 3
Right.
technique.
And
Yeah.
I have to take a look and see where they're kind of mocking Kenneth Grant because he definitely is a guy that has some appeal. That's for sure. And look, you just said earlier,
They have him in the top 35 picks.
yeah. So why don't you just get both? If you were able to do that, would you be willing to sacrifice a big-time interior offensive lineman to get 2 bigs on the defensive side?
Well, you do know this, once the 1 D tackle goes, there's going to be a run.
There'll be a run.
There'll be a run.
And Grant probably will not be there. That I get.
There's really only 2 1 technique guys of all these guys. Grant, obviously, at 342. Tyreek Williams probably is. He's 325. He's probably a 1, and then Deion Walker. So there's probably 3.
Yeah.
I mean, we have no idea what they think of Devon Hamilton. We have no idea. I mean, he's under contract, and that's another one of those contracts that Bulky left his team.
Yeah.
So
And
who knows?
It's not a big number. He wasn't paid a ton of cash.
About 11 a year, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. You'd have to look it up. I don't remember how high it was. It was Ezra level. Since you bring up
very
Ezra.
similar. Very similar,
Kind
actually,
of Ezra level, and in a
3
lot
years.
of ways, just a little bit below Walker Little level.
Yeah.
And so even though I love Bash and Trent Talkie, the numbers on those contracts are not terrible. Now Ezra ain't earning his right now, but they're not terrible numbers. Devon had a significant medical issue. I don't think you can call that an injury, right?
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Not last year.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago.
2 years, yeah, that's what I said. Significant medical issue 2 years ago, and then took forever to come back from that to where he could build his strength and so on and so forth back up. And he did okay interiorly, but he is not the answer right now.
I wouldn't think so. But again, you don't know what.
He can be a rotation guy.
Yeah.
But he is not the answer. When one of the more meaningful plays you remember on that defensive front comes from Jeremiah Ledbetter, you know where that interior offense.
Yeah, I think
interior
if
defensive
you're
line
picking
was.
Mason Graham at 5 overall, I don't think he's rotating anybody. He's playing.
No. Yeah. And all I'm saying, whenever I say rotation, I mean complementary rotation.
Yeah.
I don't mean Ryan Nielsen.
Give him a breather.
Yeah. I don't mean with the hockey shift. See, one dude's playing 40 plays, 45, and the other dude's playing 10 to 15. Right?
I hope not.
That's how I'm looking at
I
it.
hope that Rick Nielsen left town with his guitars and his hockey shifts. That's what I hope.
Honestly, man. Cheap trick, DC. And so that cannot happen. Whoever is in there is going to be, and heck, if you take a look at the play chart that Eric Armstead had, even on the edge, that's probably what he's thinking. He's thinking 20, 30 plays, impactful plays. Just change what's happening up front. Off the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Draft an impact player, as if we need so few to win just isn't reality. And it's the truth. I get it. You have got to get instant impact in a lot of different spots. Let's make this the 10-10 take, because this is the choices that these either the front office with James Gladstone leading the charge or Liam Cohen and his coaching staff leading the charge.
Now, Joe C's 10-10 take. Slow smoked and served up by Sonny's Barbecue. Local pitmasters since 68.
They got delicious, delicious barbecue waiting for you. Lunch, dinner, parties, whatever it might be. You want to slide in, you're in a hurry. They want to make sure that they serve it to you fast after smoking it slow. So make sure you check out Sonny's Barbecue all over the first coast. So when the texter says instant impact player, and I 100% agree, but think about this, fellas. You need instant impact along your interior offensive line. You need instant impact along your interior defensive line. You need instant impact when it comes to a cornerback opposite Tyson Campbell. You need instant impact when it comes to whoever is going to replace Andre Sisco. The list goes on. And so instant impact is going to have to come with a deep draft with multiple selections that will pay off for you this year. That's the 10-10 take, which means you're looking at the fifth pick overall. What did we have?
36.
4 in the first. What is the?
I think it's the 5th to 36.
Yeah, 4 in the first 58, something like that.
Yeah.
You have got to
Every
hit
one of those guys.
on all of them.
They all have to be starters. Every one of them. Yes.
And so you can't get away from the very simple idea that the eval needs to be top notch, that the instruction, coaching, all that stuff, the mindset when they enter that building needs to be top notch. And you can turn things around quickly if that happens, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I tell you what, one of the things that I was watching the GM at the Rams when they got Jared Verse and Brandon Fisk. I mean, our GM was a part of that. I mean, they structured a deal to where they were able to get those two guys. So when I say take both of them, when I saw Grant and Graham play at Michigan, bro, they got it done.
Yeah, they did. They did. And Braden Fisk was the short arm guy that they said, you know what, we still like what we see.
Yeah.
And then they finally got a first rounder, and they got Jared Verse, and he ended up being the defensive rookie of the year.
Yeah. And sometimes analytics, you just need ball players.
Yeah.
And I know Fisk, when he played against Florida State, he gave Miami fits. He had a motor, physical, used his hand as well, good leverage, could flip his hips, all that kind of stuff.
I think the only difference I think with going to offensive linemen as opposed to defensive linemen is you need two offensive linemen. I know you need two defensive linemen, but you've also got two guys under contract on the interior that you think could be guys that could play for you in Devon Hamilton and Armstead, right? Whereas on the offensive line, you know you got problems, big problems. So I would think, like, if you're going the first 4 picks for me would be 2 offensive linemen, a corner, and a defensive lineman.
Yeah, I want that D-line. If that D-line is at the top of that list, then I'm okay with it because you're only going to get one of them.
Well, and Mason Smith. We forgot all about last year's second-round pick.
Yeah.
Mason Smith.
Yeah, well, I would love for there to be 3 A's along that defensive line.
But my point is, I mean, like, if you start talking
A's.
about getting 2 D tackles, Leon, somebody's going home quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying somebody's going home.
That's not a bad thing. There's no listen. When you go 4-13, you ain't got no security.
No. All right, one texter real quick says, "Don't worry, Leon. Rudy sucks. I hate it, and I'm indifferent on Notre Dame. I still thought Rudy was a good movie.
It's a pretty good movie, bro. When they go into the coach's office and like lay down their jerseys on the desk, which by the way didn't happen in real life. That was
so what?
That was theatrical.
There was a lot of Hollywood.
That was theatrical.
That's what Hollywood is all about.
But when they did do that, in the movie, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got a little choked up.
I'll never know.
Oh, there's a lot of scenes where you're like,
yeah, a little choked up.
Like the guy, his dad at the end, and the field manager guy clapping it up. It's just,
you might like it, bro.
Heartwarming.
Yeah, you want a
good film.
You want to get a feel for just how good it is. You mentioned that movie, The Hacker. He'll start crying right on the spot.
Really?
Oh yeah, on the
It's a
spot.
good college football.
Just know that I'm ultra soft.
He is. You know what I mean, bro? It's not only college football. It's life. You'd like it.
Yeah,
it's about being an underdog, and working your ass off to finally, get what you want.
Yeah, he ain't doing it.
I ain't doing it.
It's XL.
It's got a little love story too.
The world will be watching Ponte Vedra.
And the Scheffler victory train just keeps on rolling.
Get live Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard updates.
Teed up by Roundtree Sauce
Surfside Pools
and Performance Painting
on 1010XL.
Lauren Brooks here. At Hodges Mazda, they are proud of their solid reputation in the Jacksonville community. As your hometown Mazda dealer, their high customer service standards and their huge inventory of new and used cars provide their customers a consistently first-rate car buying experience. Their professional non-commissioned sales team puts your best interest first without exception. And all new vehicle purchases include the Hodges Mazda Protection Package. Visit them online at HodgesMazda.com or stop in today to learn more and discover the Hodges Mazda difference.
Frank Frangie here for Stanley Pools. If you're dreaming of putting in a pool this year, choosing the right company is the most important decision you'll make. I've trusted Stanley Pools to build my pool, renovate my pool, and maintain my pool. Stanley Pools has been the best in the business since 1988, and they're still family-owned. Call them today at 904-269-7277 or find them online at StanleyPoolsFL.com. That's Stanley Pools, a family tradition of fine swimming pools.
Need protection? Call Craig and Christine Kaprosky at Goosehead Insurance. The Kaproskys are a husband-wife team committed to finding you the right coverage at the right price in just a few short minutes. For home, auto, flood, or specialty insurance, Craig and Christine Kaprosky are the answer. Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com.
I-9 Sports invites parents on the First Coast to log on and check out what they can offer with sports year-round. Spring and summer registration open right now. And with ages 3 to 7, there's something for everyone. I9sports.com. Enter 1010 in the promo code and get your kid in the game.
1010XL celebrates African Americans who positively impacted the First Coast. I'm RJ Saunders, and I'll share Black History Month stories with you throughout February. Black History Month on 1010XL is brought to you by Instant Keys and McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation Center.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just the job, but an experienced, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
What could you do with an extra $75,000 right now, or even a couple $100,000? If you own a home, you can get that money in less than a week with Loan Pronto. Hey, Prosser here. Loan Pronto is the leader in quickly converting your home equity into cold hard cash, so you can pay off all your credit cards or start that home remodel. Loan Pronto has several easy options to let you access the cash from your home. There's virtually no paperwork, no cumbersome process, no junk fees, often no appraisals. Listen, the average homeowner now has over $300,000 in equity. That's your money. Use it. One client got $150,000 out and paid off all their credit cards, 2 car loans, and a personal loan, cutting their monthly expenses by $1,500. You can get approved in as little as 1 day, so act now with no hard credit pull up front. LoanPronto.com or 904-999-1508. Get the money you need for anything at 904-999-1508 or just go to LoanPronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
This is Dr. George Bari inviting you to look online at BariOrthopedics.com for the latest in medical advancements when it comes to getting you back to full joint health. After studying under Dr. James Andrews, I know proper diagnosis is the first key to treatment, and educating the patient is the fastest path to recovery. Whether it's chronic back pain, nagging arthritis, or necessary joint replacement, we're here to serve you in the best possible way. We are Bari Orthopedics and online at BariOrthopedics.com.
Find out more at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Instant Keys saves the day if you have lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call 722-1111.
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Youth sports at the YMCA's focus on teamwork, discipline, and building confidence. Our experienced coaches can create a positive and supportive environment where your kids can grow, stay active, and develop a love for sports. Sports like basketball, volleyball, swimming, gymnastics, and even elite skills training. Join the fun and register. Give your kids a chance to be a part of something special. Visit fcymca.org to learn all about youth sports at the Y.
Cannonball!
Honey, someone's in our pool.
Oh, refreshing.
John, what are you doing?
Oh, hey, Dave. Seeing as how me and the guys at Clearwater Irrigation reinstalled your sprinklers after the pool contractor ripped it out, I thought you wouldn't mind if I took a quick dip.
But in a Jaguar print Speedo?
Yeah, Dave. My bad.
Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage, too.
When you need a mechanic you can trust, call Sam, Harry, or Joe at AA Automotive on Richard Street. From oil changes to complex engine repairs, AA Automotive promises expert service and honest pricing from a local family biz. AA Automotive on Richard Street.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC, the official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
All right, this is from that wuss that got punked by Jordan Schultz, Ian Rappaport. The Chiefs are planning on franchise tagging Star guard Trey Smith, sources say, an intriguing move as KC keeps one of its best players for $23.5 million on a 1-year fully guaranteed deal. I don't know why it's intriguing.
Yeah, I was going to say,
what did
how
Jordan
about
Schultz
obvious?
report? Did Jordan Schultz report something else?
I should look into that.
Definitely look his feed.
See, you want to know why I'm on the Jordan Schultz side of this? Because he'll occasionally DM me with info, and Rap never does that. So I'm a Jay Schultz man. But
oh boy, how long ago did Rappaport do that?
Okay, so Trey's was at 208.
Oh boy,
and Rappaport's was at 209.
Oh boy,
wow. So Trey
this is gonna get good. Now
so
I'm
it looks
intrigued.
like Schultz was on it first.
Now I'm intrigued because they've gone beyond the verbal sparring. Now they're getting at it here.
Well, they all do that.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure that Schefter also tweeted
they'll
it.
do it within seconds or minutes.
Yeah, the agent sends it to everyone.
But it's funny. I do think the agent from time to time, it's whoever can type faster or who he decides to send it to first. And
correct.
he does it, but he does it within 60 seconds. And so there's probably like, hey, you're at the top for this one. You'll be at the bottom for the next one. You're at the top, that kind of
Or
deal.
he might actually, if I was an agent, I'd send the text out at the same time just to see him compete, to see who got it first.
Yeah. And then that's like I said, who can type the fastest?
Yeah.
But
who sees it first?
Yeah. The other thing, they all see it right away.
No, I mean, like you could be, who knows? You could be, making a sandwich and you missed a text.
Not Schefter.
He takes it with him everywhere,
Yeah,
right?
he
On
goes
the toilet everywhere.
Yeah, he does.
So do you. Stop. We all bring the phone in the toilet.
Listen, I'm up in the sports lounge in my house, and I've got the extra bathroom up there. I don't have anywhere to set my phone, and I need.
You got to bring in like a.
And it has to go on the ground, and who knows what
Oh my!
Yeah. So I
wait. Stop
phone
right
goes
there.
on the ground
Stop.
while you
Wait.
use the
Stop.
toilet?
Right
No.
there. Right. Stop right
That's
there.
just-
You
That's-
put your phone on the ground in the bathroom,
And now he puts his phone on the same
that's
that
like
you
a
guys are using
haven
right now.
for
Right up to my
bacteria.
ear.
Seriously.
Just get you a roll of toilet paper. Just put it on top.
I put
of
it on
that.
top of that. But think about the sequence.
Just buy a little nightstand.
I know. I'm just saying.
Don't-
This occurs to me.
Wait,
It's the only reason I'm bringing it up.
so in your bathroom, and you're in the sports lounge, you have a toilet, but you don't have like a vanity of any kind.
Not for the toilet.
Sink?
Even
Close enough?
like a pedestal sink, any kind.
Yeah, I got. It's like a regular bath, but I'm just saying I don't have a place to set my phone.
I know what Joe's talking about. It happens in hotels all the time.
Yeah, because everything's there. It's just,
I think I would actually put my phone in a sink before I put it on the floor.
You throw it into the sink.
I just want you to. I don't even want you to visualize this, but if you are reading,
Well, it's too late for that because we're already completely visualizing.
So if you are reading X or whatever, right? You're here, okay? You either have to get up and reach over to put it on the sink,
right?
Or you have to put it on top of the toilet paper.
So
like
you're just
Leon
lazy, basically, is
suggested.
what it is.
And then just think of the sequence. And if you put it
No,
on top
first
of
off,
the toilet paper,
you don't put it on the toilet paper because you told us you put it on the ground.
Yeah,
so
I
he
did.
just said that to, and you're using that as an out. You put it on the ground.
No, I'm admitting I put it on the ground because what I'm trying to say to you is think of the sequence. If you put it on the toilet paper, you can't, like, you're going to get up, set that down, then do this, and then do that. You can't do it.
A texter says, "Get a bucket so it's mobile."
Okay, that's
I
not
like
a bad
that.
idea.
Like
Bring it with you wherever you go.
I'll take a picture just so you,
You
can
can
see.
use
it.
the
TLD
bucket
know this?
for-
Does she know you put your phone on the ground?
No.
Oh my gosh, she would
But
lose
think about
this. She
it.
knew.
Think about it. The dirty side is on the ground. This is the side that goes to the ear.
Dude, our phones are covered with just
Still bacteria
slop.
everywhere, bro.
Okay. Now we're going back to the bacteria with Matt. I got him. We got him off of the foul play with bacteria.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know what else to tell you.
Anyway, we have Leon's combine results.
Yeah, exactly. Let's get to
Let's
what
get
did they
to that.
say
By the
about
way,
you?
Mason Graham weighed in at 298.
Okay.
And his running mate ran in at 326 or 328. JJ, is that right?
Oh, Grant?
Yeah.
He lost weight then. Huh?
Yeah, he did.
That's impressive.
Mason though is below 3 bills.
Yeah, 298.
Okay.
So Leon goes to the combine, and they give you an
What year,
eval.
Combine, 1992 combine.
Okay.
And here's my eval. Not very impressed with the big fella, to be quite honest with you. All right. So I measured in at 6'3" and 7/8. Okay.
So that's why you say give you the 6'4".
Yeah, exactly.
You dang right that's 6'4".
Yeah, that's 6'4" all day. I weighed in at 296. Okay. My arm length was 34.5. My hand size was 9.5. Pretty damn good, big hands. Mm-hmm. So I didn't do the bench press.
What was your wing?
My wingspan, they don't have it. It says NA on here. They didn't have my wingspan on here. Okay, here we go. Now we did the broad jump. My broad jump was 9.6.
Wow.
9.6 the broad jump.
Mm-hmm.
My 20-yard shuttle.
Getting it, man.
Yeah, my 20-yard shuttle was 4.5 seconds.
That's moving and scooting.
My vertical jump was 25.
That ain't bad.
That's okay.
For 6'4", 298, that ain't bad.
Yeah. My 40 time was 5.19.
That was a little slow, bro.
A little slow, bro. They said I ran 15.76 miles per hour. All right. So that was my and then when I get
bad.
Man,
then when
I would take that all
Yeah, that's
day.
hauling the mail, bro.
Okay. So I looked at okay, what else did I do? Vertical.
I saw you chase down Larry Brown in the Super Bowl. You're going at least 15 miles an hour, right?
Yeah, I'm going at least 50 miles an hour. So I'm looking at this website, and they give you a grade on your combine after all the information they gather, and I got a D.
A D?
D, bro.
You know what you need to do?
I'm going to call and reach out to these people.
Yeah. Oh,
See
yeah.
what the
What
hell
is it
they
called?
know. What
Cold
the hell
takes?
do you know?
Yeah. Cold takes. Shoot it back to him. How do you like me
now they have my pro day now. My
Yeah.
pro day.
Right.
They have my pro day.
The inflated numbers.
Well, no, there were scouts there. So, okay. So my pro day, my vertical was 28.
Mm-hmm. All right, increase.
My broad jump was 9.6 again.
Yeah, or right at it.
What is the broad jump?
It's like you
standing
jump. Yeah,
jump.
standing jumping.
Just
you
jump
wanna
straight
see how
forward?
One time. Yeah. Big leap.
Okay.
Big leap, you know.
Flat-footed.
It's pretty good for 290
My bench
pounds,
press, I did my bench press at the pro day. It was 26. I did 26 reps.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
26. And they have my...
Where is that on the bell, by the way? 26. On the bell curve of bench press for offensive line.
offensive lineman? Okay.
average?
It's by average.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, you get some Samoan in there that does it 39 times and scares the hell out of you at the combine.
What's the story? The guy before you?
Yeah,
The Simone before you?
Yeah, the guy from Washington. It was an offensive lineman from Washington. I don't know what his name was. 6'6", 340.
Had to start with an S.
Yeah. And so
And
he
it
goes
was an OA.
he goes and does the bench press, right?
How many times?
39 times. And I'm I'm two guys behind him. I was like, I'm not going after that.
Yeah.
You gotta be crazy.
Didn't you pull your hamstring right then?
No, I didn't pull my hamstring. What I did is when you don't do a drill, you have to walk in front of all the scouts and the coaches and tell them why you're not doing the drill.
Yeah.
So I had to walk out on the stage, in front of the stage, and let people know, hey, listen, I can't do the bench press, but I'll do it at my pro day because I injured it while I was working out. Lying asshole. So when I told him that, I walked down the stairs and I'm about to leave, and Jimmy, the first person I saw when I walked off the stage was Jimmy Johnson. He looks me right in my eye and he says, "You're lying." I said, "Oh, coach."
Did you smile? What'd you do?
Because when I walked off the stage, he was the first person I saw, and he looked at me and said, "You're lying." I was like, "Man, you know me too well."
Oh, I don't blame you. If that big cat did that.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
I was
that's
making
tough.
business decisions, bro.
Yeah,
if I
is
went
tough.
up there and did like 15, 18 times, oh, I wouldn't win first round.
No. You definitely made business decisions.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right.
As many players are doing by not working out this week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they all ask the question, "Why aren't you?" And they just say, "I'm gonna do it where I'm most comfortable doing it."
Mm-hmm.
And even though they don't like it, they got to take it. They got to accept it. In the case of Shador and these other guys, the ones that are choosing not to do that.
Well, you know, in the NFL, they love control. And anytime these players step out on their own and want to do their own thing, you know, they get offended by that.
Yeah.
And then they create stories where he's falling down the draft because he's not going to the combine, which is a bunch of BS.
Right. Yeah. Build you up, tear you down, build you up, tear you down.
Yes.
All right. So real quick, as we take a quick break, got a little bit more that we need to get to today as far as the combine is concerned, but I did laugh when I saw this off the text line designed for lifetime closures. They say the average person's phone has more germs than a toilet seat. I want you guys to chew on that while we take a break.
This is Richard Miller with your Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles Update. The newest kids' crates from Panini hit shelves last week, as each one includes blasters of Prism Baseball, Donruss Soccer, Rookies and Stars, and Mosaic Football, plus a hanger pack of prestige football. It makes a great birthday gift. Showtime, sports cards, and collectibles. Update your collection.
I'm Chris Campione. In a world of big box law firms with satellite offices, there's something special about having a local legal team that cares about you and your community. We're not just lawyers, we're your neighbors. We understand the unique challenges facing the Jacksonville community because we live here too. At Campione Law, Campione Cares isn't just a tagline, it's our commitment to you. Campione Law, your trusted lawyers after an accident. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
Don't miss the Players' Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scottie Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Are you embarrassed by your ugly, cracked concrete driveway? Stop by Stone Core on Phillips Highway for all your outdoor living needs. Let them show you how a durable paver driveway can enhance your home. Visit stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On February 27, 1959, Boston Celtics point guard Bob Cousy sets NBA record with 28 assists.
Duck Duck Rooter is now hiring plumbers. We offer excellent weekly pay, paid holidays, health insurance, 401k, and so much more. Apply now at duckduckrooter.com. That's duckduckrooter.com and click on the careers page. Duck Duck Rooter is an equal opportunity employer.
The LPGA Stars of Tomorrow are at the Epson Tours Atlantic Beach Classic, presented by Access Golf, March 6th through the 8th at Atlantic Beach Country Club. Tickets available at AtlanticBeachClassic.com. See the ladies shine on the First Coast.
If you're tired of weekend projects turning into weekend disasters, you're not alone. Building a fence isn't as easy as it looks. And let's face it, your neighbor still hasn't fixed his lopsided masterpiece. But Superior Fence and Rail makes it easy. Highly trained professionals, top quality materials, and a fence you'll love for years to come. Skip the stress and call the pros today.
When you're on the fence, about the fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
This is Hayes Carline for Kingfish Pest Control, a local family-owned business that's been chosen as the exclusive pest control provider for the brand new state-of-the-art Miller Electric Performance Center. As a Kingfish customer myself, I know their effectiveness in keeping spiders, roaches, bugs, and termites out. When I trust them for my family and the Jags trust them for their business, then you can too. For the best service in town, call my friends at Kingfish Pest Control, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and you got really cool things going on right now because there's new product coming in the showroom. Tell everybody about the Aprilia Demo Days.
March 11th and 12th. It's a Tuesday, Wednesday. We're going to have the Aprilia demo truck. We caught them on the way back from Daytona Bike Week. They're going to be there. Come ready to ride.
Tell everybody real quick about Aprilia.
They are a bad Italian motorcycle. Nobody's ever ridden an Italian anything and said that wasn't fun.
Check it out. Cycles of Jacksonville. All the details on their Facebook page.
The Beach Boys, Endless Summer Gold. Saturday, March 8th at St. Augustine Amphitheater. Tickets on sale now at AXS.com.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
All right, my takeaway is that I'm kind of want to take Grant and Graham. I'm willing to take 2 D tackles. You know, they've been teammates. Listen, when I saw them dismantle our offensive line with some of those guys, Ohio State, that some of those guys are going to be pro. I mean, they couldn't stop them. Absolutely could not stop them. So I'll have no problem. We'll fix the offensive line through free agency. Maybe still draft one, maybe in the 3rd round. But I wouldn't have a problem at all if we took Grant and Graham with the 1st or the 2nd pick.
All right.
I mean, my only response to that is I would rather have the offensive lineman. So I wouldn't be upset by it. The only reason I would rather have the offensive lineman is because then they get a chance to grow with the most important piece on your team. But I understand what Leon's saying. Like, they need disruptors in the middle. My takeaway is rest in peace, Gene Hackman. Even though he took the dog with him, rest in peace, man. Just a great, great actor, a great piece of Americana. Just guys like him need to be celebrated.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And I feel like the German Shepherd would rather be with him than without him.
You don't know that.
I know, but you don't
You might
know.
assume it, much like Gene and or his wife did, but you don't know that.
Yeah, I know, but I'm going to make my assumption, just like you make your assumption,
All right.
that he's now a puppy again and he's happy. Okay, with Gene. That's just how I have to look at it.
All dogs go to heaven.
Yes, exactly.
Saw that in a movie.
My takeaway is just a little sidebar to it. Going to the J Fund wine tasting gala tonight.
Nice.
Nice.
So all the people that do so many nice things for the TCJ Fund, look forward to seeing and saying hello, because they do such a tremendous job. And then obviously anyone else who's going to do what you can. Take a look at all those great auction items that they've got, and hopefully it'll be a good time. That's for sure. One of our texters sent in a link. Thank you very much, bro. They sent a link. This is from, let's see here, from the 708, and it is a phone soap, 3UV cell phone sanitizer, and dual universal cell phone charger box.
Wait, say that again before I look on the text line. Say that again, slowly for everybody.
Phone soap, 3UV cell phone sanitizer, and dual universal cell phone charger box. Patented and clinically proven.
So explain to me how it works.
It is a light sanitizer, UVC light sanitizer, disinfects and charges all phones. And you can get it a nice little savings right now for $69.95.
Oh, that's so much. Holy crap.
So
love it.
I wasn't expecting that.
And charges with the electrical charge.
It's got everything.
That's what
Honestly,
you're saying. Is that what you're telling me?
It's soup to nuts. It's got everything.
Yeah, I'm not
right
buying
there
it.
while you're doing your business.
I'm not buying it.
And it's going to clean it and charge it up at the same time.
Someone says this all depends on how you clean your bathroom. I'm guessing the bathroom in Joe's man cave has not been cleaned very recently.
Well, it's so funny because TLD, she keeps an immaculate house. Okay, that the lovely Diane, she's all over it. But
She would be horrified if she knew your phone was on the ground.
But up in the sports lounge, it is kind of mine, and I am left alone up there to my own my own vices and devices, and so I'm in charge up there, and I got the Swiffer and the scrubber and all that stuff, and I don't do home.
I might tell her when we see her at the TPC, which she'll be there. I might tell her that actually, just to get you in trouble.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Let's just not. All I know is that it like there was just nowhere to go with it. That's all. And you get to a point where
you didn't feel like bouncing on your thigh because then one wrong move and whoop.
Exactly.
All right.
And a lot of them are saying, just put it in your underwear.
Have you ever dropped a phone in the toilet before?
I dropped a pager a way long time ago.
Really?
Yeah.
And
it was on the.
How'd you get it?
It was on the buckle up, and it just.
Wait, you dropped it before or after?
After. It was on the buckle up.
Oh, on the buckle up.
On the buckle up.
Okay, like the
so
pull
before
up.
the
Like
flush.
Yeah. And then I had
gross.
to
Wait a
reach for
second.
it.
All right, now what was the next
This
move?
is not, I had to reach for it. I went into a full panic. You want to know why?
Oh my God.
Because you had to sign out these bad boys, and if anything happened to them,
No,
you had to
I'd
pay
have
for
flushed it. Too bad. I don't know what happened to it. Somebody stole
Sorry.
it. I'd have flushed it. Man.
This is like the early O's. They were like, I don't even know how much they were.
Jeez.
You had to sign him out.
Had to go see Kathy Calkins. Almost I got heavily fined for that one. Oh my gosh!
No, I just flushed it, man. I don't know where it is. Somebody stole it.
And I honestly can't remember. I might have realized quickly that there's no way it was going down, so I might have flushed and then reached for it.
Maybe it was like a George Costanza, like it was on the top.
Was it on the top, like on
With
top
the
of like
donut.
paper or something, or what had it going under?
I can't remember. It's a bit of a scar tissue memory.
Leon's
there.
just shaking his head right now.
He wants nothing to do with it.
So the texter, I dropped my phone in after I'll just say it, after a mushy poo. Worst day of my life.
Oh,
I
gosh.
couldn't imagine.
Yeah, see, that's just that.
What's it gone to this, man? Seriously.
All right, you know what we'll do? We'll go from that to the facilities at the NFLPA rankings.
Okay, let's do
They
that.
put out all the rankings for all the teams on where they rank.
Great segue.
Yes, because there were some things that weren't, necessarily up to snuff the way that they would like them, and a few teams kind of got hammered on this particular thing. Let me see if I could find this one. Oh gosh, I'll find it here. But anyway, this was the top teams. NFLPA, which you know very well of, Leon, the Players Association report card rankings. The top 5, and this is not breaking it down into categories, were the Dolphins, number 1, Vikings, Falcons, Raiders, Chargers. Bottom 5, Cardinals, Patriots, Browns, Jets, Steelers. Why do you think the Steelers were so dang low?
I don't know. Why were the Steelers so low? The other 4 I could figure out they were losing teams, but the Steelers, I mean, at least made the playoffs.
Yeah,
you could understand. You could understand the bottom 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the other ones they don't have. Like if you're looking at the Cardinals, the Patriots, the Browns, and the Jets, there's a little bit of either just they haven't done anything for a heck of a long time, or a little dysfunction that has taken place there recently, and so that I get. But I was curious when I saw the Steelers. Jags got hammered on a couple things. What was it? Families?
Yeah, families. Something about
and
families.
they wanted to change stations. Speaking of the bathrooms, they wanted to.
They wanted more than that. There were a bunch of things they wanted. The change station. And they also wanted, what did you say, JJ? They wanted a place for their family members.
Out of the sun.
Out of the sun during the game.
But at the very
or
least,
a place for them to go on the field, right on the field before the game or something
Yeah,
like that.
to see, they want to be able to see them on the field before the game, and then during the game they wanted more of like a covered area.
Which, hey, Stadium of the Future is
I mean,
on
that's
the way.
what we all want.
Yeah.
Right, they got a lot of demands.
So the at the very least,
for 4 and 13.
out of 32 teams, the overall ranking for the Jags was 18th, middle of the pack, you might say. And it said basically they fell from 5th last year to 18th overall this year. I blame it on Balky more than anything else.
Culture.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. And so the team ranked towards the bottom of the league for its treatment of players' families and the players' ratings of their head coach. That's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to defend the Jaguars on this one. I know the Jaguars go out of their way to make sure the family is accommodated well.
Yeah. Yeah,
and if they want to be out the sun, I'm sure they probably got access to go inside and watch the game, and they don't have to be outside and watch the game. Listen, you should feel for those people the fans that have to deal with this terrible team. They sit up in the heat in the 400 section where all the heat is blistering down on them every Sunday.
Right.
Yeah.
Compared to where the family, they get club seats to where they can sit outside.
Wait, the
and
family
watch.
does get club seats?
Yes.
Then what are they complaining about? They go inside the
They
club
can
and
sit
watch
outside and watch the game. Or
I think they were
can
talking
go
about the
back
change
inside.
stations or something. So anyway,
when they're nursing.
Yeah, the nutritionists, they got a B. Locker room, B+.
You get better seats when they play better. Okay.
Training room, B+. Training staff, B-. Weight room, A. Strength coaches, B. Team travel, B+. Head coach, C. So
He's gone.
ownership,
anyways.
B+.
Yeah.
The one they got crushed on.
Travel
was
B plus?
Yeah.
Like, how could any NFL player complain about travel? Seriously.
I don't know, bro. And listen, I've been on the Airbus. Rashad's Airbus.
I mean, like, there's how many people are on that thing?
Pretty good.
80?
Yeah, it's a lot of people. Yeah.
80, but how many seats
This
are
one-
on it?
Oh, it's lavish, bro. Trust me.
Right.
Listen, when we was on, because when I was doing the play-by-play, the color commentary.
Yeah.
Right.
We went to the Ravens practice when they practiced, and I was with Loggeman and Baselli, and I was about to go in my seat, and Baselli said, "We don't sit down here." I said, "What? We're up top." And I was like, "Oh, okay, the high red district." So I went up top, and the little chairs they fold back into like beds and stuff. It's beautiful.
Nice.
TV, air conditioner, all that.
Well, that's
Wow.
where the players go too, though.
Yeah, yeah. No. The players, we were up there with the owners and stuff.
Where were the players flying?
On the main floor.
But they're not the regular size airline seats.
No.
Yeah,
they're
like
big
first
seats.
class
Yeah, they're
seats,
big.
yeah.
They're all the whole thing's first class.
So just for what it's worth, the treatment of family, Cincinnati got an F-.
Wow.
That's really bad.
I mean, do they
If you go
statewide?
so far as to say F-, that can't be good.
Yeah.
Who got that?
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati F-.
The L.A. Rams got a D.
You must be intentionally trying to hurt the families on an F-.
maybe. The L.A. Rams got a D. Pittsburgh got a C- on that. New York got a C-. Cleveland got a D+ on that. Arizona D+. New England got a C-.
It doesn't make any sense to me because I know the franchise goes out of their way to take care of the family first.
Yeah.
A lot of
In any
upset people
games.
about family stuff.
Huh?
A lot of upset players about the family.
Well, it's
So riddle me this. How is it that the L.A. Chargers get a C for treatment of families and the L.A. Rams get a D for treatment of families? Aren't they in the same
in the same building. Yeah.
So it's just the actual staff members.
One group of players is whining more than the others.
So look at that, Leon. Across the board, Miami got all A's. What are they doing down there? They ain't winning.
South Beach is. Wow.
They're winning somewhere, I can tell you that.
Minnesota got all A's as well. Atlanta got all A's except for travel. They got a B+ on that.
Okay.
Vegas got all A's except for the treatment of family was a B+. Surprising.
Yeah.
Tommy's going to fix that B+. That'll be an A.
Yeah.
Tommy Brady will fix that.
Tommy's getting credit, a lot of credit for owning like 1% of their
Every
franchise.
problem on the Raiders.
Yeah.
Tommy will get that. Don't worry.
All right. You know what? This guy, he is the problem fixer of 1010XL.
Now, the 2-minute drill. Serviced by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated. We're your neighbors. Find the coolest cats in town at coolcatsjacks.com.
I call him the embedded and shredded, but he's a problem solver when we really boil it down. Hayes Carline, the Francis Show on location over there on Bay Meadows. Do a Mediterranean restaurant. Hayes Carline.
That's right, gentlemen. We are pleased to be here. We're right out here on this gorgeous patio, so come see us, Bay Meadows Road. And, yeah, we're looking over the menu now, some incredible options, and we're looking forward to meeting some new friends here at Dua. So we appreciate them having us out, and we've got a fun Frangie show coming up. Mia's going to join us from the Combine at 4:20.
Yeah.
And Frank and I will continue to give our thoughts about Liam Cohen, James Gladstone, Tony Baselli, all the interviews that Frank conducted this week. And you know, obviously a lot of breaking news in the NFL today. So lots to get to coming up on the Frangie Show, and we'll touch on Gators basketball as well as they try to right the ship Saturday against a Texas A&M team that is still very highly thought of, highly ranked in the net, but they've lost 3 straight. So should be a really intense environment in Gainesville Saturday night with game day in town.
Yeah, I was bummed Trey Smith got the big contract, so he stays in Kansas City. Real quick, though, Hayes, you looked at that NFLPA report card for the Jags and for the rest of the teams. Was there any chatter about the treatment of families? And
this is how I look at that. I think the union is always looking for stuff to complain about.
Yeah.
And so I don't put a ton of stock in this survey that they're doing because no team, you're never going to see them produce this survey and every team got an A+. And you know what I would say is the players are making millions and millions and millions of dollars. I mean, you can't find somebody to watch your kid for a few hours. Why is that on the team necessarily to provide that? So, you know, that's just my take on it. I don't put a lot of stock into it because I just think that players just by nature are going to complain. And I think these players have pretty good lives.
Yeah.
They get paid a ton of money. They get unbelievable benefits. They get crazy perks.
And, for them to put a survey together that, I think basically just functions as a tool to bash half the league, it's fine that they do it, and they're entitled to do it. I just don't put a lot of weight into it.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right, brother man, enjoy. Welcome back. We will be listening.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
All right, drop on by the Francis Show over there, the Duo Mediterranean Restaurant on Bay Meadows Road. We are done. We got plenty more coming your way on Friday. Coach Campbell will be hanging out as well. We say goodbye. Any of our show, you want to go back and watch it, just hit YouTube, search XL Primetime, and check it out. Big Leon Searcy, Matty Hayes, Joe C, and JJ. You got the Francis Show coming up.